Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick update for you guys about the channel and my streams and everything else that I'm doing in the coming month or so. So some of you might have noticed that I've been doing a lot of Morrowind this week, and that's just because I wanted something more exploratory, something a little bit slower paced and more relaxing this week. It's just been one of those weeks where I just need to unwind and take a breather, and especially since I've been doing most of the streams a little bit later at night this week, that just fits perfectly with the mood that I'm in and, what I'm trying to do and unwind at the end of the day there. And we're definitely going to be getting back into Crusader Kings, definitely going to be doing more Elder Kings and other strategy games, going forward. I'm not changing the channel or anything like that. Let's just put it that way. I'm just doing what I want to do and enjoying the games that I love. And I do love Morrowind. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I'm probably going to be playing that on and off as well. One of the things that got me in the mood for more Morrowind was that I've been playing a lot of Test 3 MP or Morrowind Multiplayer with Zaric Zhakaron on his Twitch channel. If you don't know who Zaric Zhakaron is, he's a guy who refers to himself as an elder lorebeard and likes to wear sunglasses while using the computer. Kind of a weird dude, but he's definitely a lot of fun to play games with, and we've been having a blast in that. I know one time on stream I did mention that I was going to be doing a video comparing OpenMW and the Test 3 MP project. That's on hold right now. I realized I wanted to actually sit down and talk with the guys in depth on both of those teams before I went and put a video out on it. But that's definitely going to be something that I want to do and, actually sit down and talk about the roadmap for these projects that are coming out. And it's not just Morrowind Multiplayer I've been doing with Zaric. On Wednesdays, we've been getting a group together and doing Borderlands 2. It's actually my first time playing the game. When I got it, I waited for a deep sale on the game because I wasn't sure it was the kind of thing that I would enjoy. I had heard all of these people saying, best game ever, you've got to play this, it's so much fun. And by the time I got around to it, most of my friends had already moved on to other things, and so I was kind of left in the dust there. I figured it definitely wasn't going to be giving me the full experience if I went into it solo. So when Zarek approached me and said, hey, do you want to play Borderlands 2? I immediately jumped on board and said, yeah, now's the perfect time to actually play the game and see what it's all about in all of its 4-player co-op glory. And it has been a lot of fun. Not quite as fun for me as Morrowind is, obviously. But, I don't think it lives up to some of the hype about best game ever, but it is very enjoyable. It's a fun little party game, especially when you've got 4 players going at it all at once. I love the art style. I love the humor that's in the game. Some of it is a little bit more hit or miss, but on the whole, I'd say they hit the mark, and it's a pretty funny game. The story is kind of generic, but the gameplay is very fun. It's basically Fallout, but with a interesting skill tree tacked on and interesting classes, and there's a lot of choice there and a lot of kind of insane crazy weapons to use at the same time. And currently, I'm in talks with Migrant Thought from the Migrant Thought podcast about doing a weekly podcast for Star Trek Discovery. If you know me, you know I'm a huge sci fi nerd, pretty big Star Trek fan. I've seen just about every episode of every series except for the animated series. I haven't seen the animated series and I don't plan to because cartoons from the 1970s really don't interest me whatsoever. But yes, I'm pretty excited for Star Trek Discovery. It's been about 15 years since we really had Star Trek on TV. We're going to be getting the franchise back from J.J. Abrams, but I don't think that the new show will be entirely up to the expectations of some old school Star Trek fans. And well, you'll see what I mean by that when we get out our first episode of that little podcast. We're going to be doing something before the show starts, and we're going to be talking about our expectations and predictions for how the show is going to play out. and that should be a lot of fun too. I'm guessing from what he's telling me that's going to be a weekly thing that we're going to be doing. So look forward to that. Starting next month, that's when the show is finally supposed to begin. Although nothing's for sure because they have delayed or pushed back the release date for the show 3 or 4 times in the past. But, we'll see. Hopefully, finally this year, we should be getting Star Trek Discovery. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've just been having fun playing the games that I enjoy, and we'll be getting back to strategy in the near future. I know I did do a stream on Steam World Heist, which was a great little strategy game. I know it doesn't seem like it's been too popular in terms of views, but I definitely recommend you guys check that out. If you like XCOM, if you like Worms or any kind of game in that style, it's definitely up there and very, very enjoyable. And it is a strategy game. Strategy isn't just EU4, it isn't just Crusader Kings 2. It's Age of Empires, which is coming out with AoE4. It's Worms. It's all of those kind of games. Strategy is a big umbrella. And kind of the theme for this channel is, strategy, simulation, space. Those are the kind of things that I'm into. Also into old school RPGs. That's why we're playing Morrowind, and I might play some other games in the future. I know in the past I've done things like Darklands. I want to do Alpha Protocol. I know I mentioned last time on stream, Alpha Protocol is just such a great game, and a lot of people don't even know it exists, so I definitely want to play that. That's not an old school RPG. It's a newer school RPG, about 5 years old, 7 years old, actually, if we're gonna be exact about that. But it is definitely underrated. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. That's what I'm doing in the near future and what I have been up to, just explaining what I've been playing, what I've been into. And so thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking in on the channel and being interested in what's going on here. It's just a lot of fun. I know I want to grow a little bit more in the near future. Growth is one of my goals, only because I want to get to the point where in Twitch chat, let's say, I can do whatever game that I want, and then I'll have 4 or 5 people that I can talk to while I'm doing it at the same time. And that's really why I'm doing this. I just basically want people to talk to, and I can run my mouth while I'm playing video games. Right, I'm not expecting any kind of big following or anything like that, but it is going to be fun to blab on a podcast, to just kick back and play some games that I enjoy and have other people talk with me and, share the experience. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you are too. So take it easy, everybody. You all have a good one, and I'll see you sometime in the near future for sure.